Cheers, man. Cheers. That's great. That's extremely great. I'm gonna pull up again. All right, so what's up, everyone? You already know who it is. It's Charlie of You Heard It Here First, and my beer for tonight. While I'm drinking, man, I just figured let's talk some beer for a minute. You know, real quick. Shouldn't take long. Give me about 2 minutes to converse with you guys and talk. But a couple days ago, I received a little email, beer update email on, I guess, a writer, a website that talks all things beer, spoke to 14 to 20 different brewers and asked them what trends do they want to see go. Now, a couple of those trends resonated with me on a positive side and on a negative side. So instead of going through all trends, I'm going to go through the trends that I think should stick around or should also go. And starting with number one, I think one of the brewers said anything using peanut butter. Hell no, no way. I want to see beers brewed with peanut butter. I especially want to see Great Notion Brewing Peanut Brother Stout again. That beer is legit. I want to see that. I also want to be able to, I guess, go to the tasting room in San Diego. I think that's San Marcos Vista. I think it's Vista or San Marcos, whatever. I've been there a number of times before. But Belching Beaver Brewery, they brew a nice peanut butter milk stout. I've had it a few times up here, but being away from San Diego County, I just thought the damn beer was too much in a bottle. I cannot remember the time that beer cost close to $8. So one of the brewers said they would like to see the trend of individuals brewing beer with peanut butter. They want that to go away. Hell no, peanut butter beers are here to stay. Another one of the trends they want to see go away, beer flights. I agree 100%. And if you recall, you watched the podcast, You Heard It Here First. If you watched the podcast 2 to 3 months ago, no more than 4 months ago, maybe even 5 months ago, however long ago it was, I read an article in Beer Advocates magazine that, you know, the author of the article said, you know, beer tasters, flights, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. I mean, having a beer flight is inadequate, number one. Having a beer flight is not how the brewer intended you to consume the beer. Beer is made to be consumed via pint, not a shot. Yeah, sprinklers coming on. Holy hell. Okay, they ain't gonna touch me. I think I'm good. But anyways, I totally agree with that. Beer flights, time to go. I'm sick of it. I can't remember the last time I had a flight. I know the first time and the last time I had a flight up here was at Old Town Brewery. And any other time or anytime I do get a flight is because I'm with my lady and she wants to try a number of things and there's no way she can finish it. So yes, I'm throwing her under the bus, but that's the only time that I drink out of a flight. And she doesn't often ask for it unless we're at a place that we've never been. And we've been to a lot of breweries. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, now you know. This is Claim 52 Cryo Fluffy. Blood orange fruited beers is another thing brewers would like to see go bye-bye. They want to see that trend end. And for me, that's more of a maybe. I've only had a few, and I mean a few, blood orange brewed beers. And according to Untappd, the last one I had was from, gosh, I thought Latitude 33 Brewing. I rated the beer 4.25. It was sent to me by my homeboy Josh B down in Oceanside. I've had a number of Latitude 33 beers, but that blood orange IPA was one that I had maybe the first time since I left Southern Cal, and I thought it was great. So it's like a maybe thing. I don't drink enough to say it should go away. I mean, if it's there, I may have it, but I don't go out and seek out blood orange beers at all. So maybe, whatever. The next thing, which kind of took me by surprise, but they said cloudy beers. And when I read that, I laughed, actually laughed out loud. And I honestly think it's a joke. We all know the beer is not cloudy. It's the haze craze. Everyone's jumping up on it. It's the popular thing that's getting folks who aren't really into craft beer into craft beer. It's getting ladies that I know, females that would never touch an IPA, but they see that juicy IPA, they see that hazy or that cloudy IPA, and they want to try it because it reminds them of an orange juice, a grapefruit juice, a grapefruit and orange juice. It reminds them of a smoothie that's orange and pineapple or grapefruit type of smoothie. So I think it's a trend that's not going to die down. It'll only get better. So, I mean, I guess the haze craze is life. I mean, now when I go out and look for beers, it's just like I want something unfiltered. I want something hazy. Yeah, I'll take that traditional West Coast IPA or a Midwest style IPA, but I want something hazy. That's what I'm drawn to. My eyes are attracted to it, and that's what I want. So, I mean, I'm wondering if they're just joking or they want us to go back to just brewing beer that's not unfiltered. That's not a New England style. And a lot of folks are out there doing that. But this is a style that is extremely popular and people love it. So that's that. Another brewer said fruited beers. I mean, I think you should keep fruit beers around. There's a time and a place. If you want something sessionable, a fruit beer is there for you. Then you have, your farmhouse and your wild ales. Those beers are delicious. Time and a place. I can tell you one of my favorite non-craft fruit beers is the Stiegel or Stiegel, depending on who you're speaking to, that Radler, which is basically like a grapefruit beer. It's totally delicious. When I go to day parties, when I'm out at the bars in the summertime, at the Do-Over, I have one of those in a can. It's extremely good. You can drink so many and you won't feel buzzed at all. You can actually enjoy yourself and have a good time. So I'm fucking with fruited beers for sure. I guess second, before it's all over, or the third, before I get down to the last two, is filling growlers, actual glass growlers. You know what? I totally agree. When I first got into the beer, or I guess craft beer community, because I started within the craft beer community. I mean, I drank a number of beers that weren't necessarily considered craft because they were bought out. But when I got into the craft beer community, it was all about purchasing growlers. I think I have a total of 40 to 45 growlers, maybe a little less, anywhere from 30 to about 40, 45 growlers that I've purchased from 2011 up until now, and I may have about 35 in my possession that I have in storage. But I thought growlers were extremely cool. I thought it was extremely cool until these guys came around, Crowlers, which is awesome because it's 2 beers. I don't know if I can honestly just tap out a growler in a day. I mean, unless I'm sharing with someone, but solo, I mean, I can drink 4 different beers, but I'm just not sure if I want to drink 4 of the same beers. And your growler, your 64-inch growler, or even your 32-inch growlers, because I've purchased more 64-inch or 64-ounce growlers than 32-ounce growlers because, I was going for something large. It was cool. So I don't think they're going to make 64-ounce cans. I mean, I hope not. It'd be freaking awesome if they did, but I hope not, because I'm still one of those person. I can drink 4 different beers, but not 4 of the same beers in one day. So the cool thing about having a growler in the can is 2 beers. It's going to keep your beer fresh. It's gonna, your beer's gonna last longer. And once you open that can, you're gonna finish it. You're not gonna save it for later. There were times when I did get that 64-ounce growler filled, and I would open it and pour it as quick as I thought I could, and then seal it back up, put it in the refrigerator for the next day, and it tastes like crap. So we all know just that lack of counter pressure, CO2 fill, does serious damage to your beer. Therefore, there's no use to having growlers around. It looks cool. It is cool. They should still be available, but it shouldn't be something that people in the craft beer community go after, unless that's what they want. They're going to share it with 4 of their friends, and once you open it, you're not closing it again. And when you do close it, it's because you're washing it out and you're not going to use it again until you head back to the brewery. So no growlers fills, all crowlers, or those 4-packs, 16-ounce cans, that is. Now this was different because I haven't had a beer with milkshake, but the brewer said beers that look like milkshake and taste like yeast or flour. I guess I'm on the fence because I haven't had anything like that yet. I haven't had a Tired Hands milkshake. It's kind of funny. I was reading this today, but I'm in my group chat with my buddies, and someone said something about Tired Hands milkshakes and they're good, but it's nothing to write home about, whatever the case may be, but they're looking forward to trying more before they totally write them off. The closest thing I've had to that, and it's just my guess, I could be wrong, is a Fieldwork Coconut Milk Double IPA. That's not the same style as a milkshake, but it was a beer that, I drank, but I don't know if I would try it again. So, milkshake beers that taste like yeast or flour. And last but not least, pumpkin spice beers. I mean, for me, once a year, it's all right. I mean, if they were brewing pumpkin beers or spice beers year round, I would lose my mind. But one thing I enjoy about pumpkin beers is it lets me know that it's fall time. It lets me know that football is here. And it lets me know that my Michigan Wolverines football is going to be on. It lets me know that basketball is right around the corner. So I love a pumpkin beer. Living in Southern California, those beers will start to pop up at the tail end of August, right mid-September, and you just knew then. Fall time is here. Football is back, pro and college, and within the next month and a half, NBA basketball will be back. College basketball will be back. The new year is about to start. Holiday, time off of work. It's just something that I need in my life. It's just like that year alarm clock that just makes me feel good. So that's it. I mean, it was an interesting article I read. And I mean, these are what these guys saying. These guys that are in the business each and every day. So, I mean, this is just something that they want to see go away. But for me, a few of these things I like. Like I said, peanut butter beer, please keep peanut butter beers around. Beer flights, get rid of them. Blood orange infused beers or blood orange made beers, for me it's like a 50-50 thing. I've had one that I can remember, maybe a couple total throughout the time I've been drinking beer. It's not a big thing. Cloudy beers, we're not getting rid of hazy IPAs. Get the hell out of here. Fruited beers, it's a time and a place when you need something light. You don't need anything heavy. Filling growlers, out of here. Milkshake beers, like I said, I need to get around to try one. I haven't, so whatever. And pumpkin spice beers, like I said, it lets me know that it's, I guess you can say, my favorite time of the year. So with that being said, I guess I'm done talking your ears off. And boom, right there, we got the Claim 52 Cryo Fluffy coming in at 6.8%. Time right now is about time for me to go over and get my son. So as always, creating help for underprivileged groups. I'm Charlie, and I'm out. But after this chug, hashtag CH4UG, creating help for underprivileged groups. Extremely crushable. Extremely crushable. I'm out.